Have you ever watched a softball game and wondered why the batter on the left side was running at the pitcher to hit the ball? Well, this is called slapping. How do you turn the volume up? I got it. I got it.
The reasoning? Slapping.
A slapper is someone that's on the left side, and they normally start in the back of the box, and then when the pitcher starts their motion, they start kind of running through the box, and you just run right at the pitcher. So then as soon as you hit the ball, your hope is that you're at full speed when you hit the ball, so you can try to beat it out to first base.
There are two types of slap hits, a soft slap and a hard slap.
A soft slap is usually when you just kind of like top slap at it. It's your hands come up to the bat, so it's more control on the bat. And a hard slap is when your hands are at the bottom of the barrel and you just swing slowly through it.
Another form of this Happy Gilmore approach to getting a base hit is drag bunting. Luckily for us, Aaron Lashley was willing to demonstrate.
So first you're turn like this, and we're moving through the box. We're bringing our hands through, and we're kind of bunting. And some people, they drop it more like this, but we're just like that kind of.
While technique and speed are essential, coaches and players agree that the placement of your hit is the most important factor.
It actually takes a lot of control to run at a pitcher and put the ball in play exactly where you want it to. Because sometimes they'll give you an inside pitch that you want to put on the left side of the field. It's difficult to do, but I think they make it look a lot easier than it is. So a lot of control goes into it, and then after that control, you have the box down the line.
On the other side of the ball, defenses have to make many adjustments to prepare for slap hitters.
For slap hitters, we usually play in further, and we have to be able to adjust because when they're hitting it, usually the tail's off to the side, since we really always be going off to the side, so we usually play at the line and closer.
This style of hitting forever changed the way players get on base, and it's completely exclusive to the game of softball.
Okay, so first let's clear up some myths about softball, about slapping. According to Coach Mueller, head softball coach at North Dakota State University, the most common myth about slap hitting is that they can't swing away or they can't hit with power. He says, I believe that this is wrong. With the technology and the strength of the players today, there are a lot more slap hitters who can drive the ball to the outfield and are multidimensional and can swing away. Also, according to Coach Mueller, another common myth about the slap hitter is that they're just fast players. Speed is nice, but slappers have to be tough. They're going to get inside pitches and might get hit a couple of times. He says we encourage our hitters to get right back at it during the next at-bat. People from the outside looking in say that slappers don't know how to hit, or slappers are only tiny and fast, slappers can only bunt. So how exactly do you slap? First, you must have pretty quick feet, because if you don't have quick feet, you're not going to be able to run the ball out. Next, you're going to have to move through the box very quickly. So you're going to want your hands on a hard slap down at the bottom of the bat. And you're going to have your hands high, because for a slapper, you don't have your hands level like a normal hitter. You have to have your hands high. So you have your hands high, and you have to move your feet, you have to drag your foot back, and you have to run through the box. A lot of people drag back into their other foot. A lot of people drag back. It just depends on how you slap. So as you're coming through, and you're going to bring your hands, and the goal of the slap hit is to hit it off to the left side. So most of the time when you have runners on second and third, it's really hard for a slap hitter to pull anything inside because they're always taught to hit to the left side of the field. So they also can bunt. There are 3 different ways of slapping. The first one is bunting, and this moves your runners and helps you try to get on base. If you're the first up or if you're the leadoff batter, this is going to help you to get on base yourself. And you can see that she's going to bunt because of her hands right here at the end of here at the bat. If she was going to hard slap, they'd be here. So a lot of people bunt this way, a lot of people bunt this way. It just depends on how you prefer to bunt. Another one is the soft slap. This technique is mainly used for when your defense is playing back and you look like you're going to completely come through the ball, but instead of coming through the ball, you're going to just put your bat out and you're just going to drop the ball. So it's almost like a bunt, but you look like you're going to run through it, so the defense is kind of tricked and fooled. The technique will most likely get the batter on base most of the time, especially if you have speed. And again, by her hands, you can tell that she's barely going to make contact with this ball. The next is the hard slap, which is just like a normal hit, except you're going to run through the box, and you got to keep your hands back and swing through. This is going to help you get on base if you're the leadoff, or this is going to bring runners in because you're going to power hit to the outfield. Slapping overall. Slappers must be mentally tough players because they have to outsmart the defense and keep them guessing. One at bat, they can come up and completely hit it to the outfield. The next at bat, they can come up and bunt it and move runners. So they're always having to play their defense. Most slappers can do all three techniques, so the defense never knows what they're going to do when they're up to bat. Speed is not necessary, but when a slapper has speed, they're most likely going to be safe at first. Slapping overall is not easy on the batter or the defense that the batter has to play against.